Today, we're going to get really practical and talk about the process of disciple making at pursuegod.org. Remember, the goal is to make a full circle follower of Jesus, someone who understands faith and life and purpose, just like you're understanding it. So, here's how I want to define disciple making. Disciple making is simply a series of conversations. Think about how it's happened for you over the last 10 or 20 weeks or so. Someone is walking with you through these conversations, and that's what you'll be doing with someone else. So let's take a look at this discipleship track. And remember, it's super simple if you think of it as helping someone else the way someone else helped you. Section 0 is the warm up. And you'll notice that we have 3 topics there, 3 conversations that you can have with the person that you're going to help. Now, if you feel like you need more conversations before you move on to faith, make sure to click on that toggle and talk about more warm-up conversations. But eventually, you'll be able to move to the next section. When they're ready, you're going to talk with them about these faith topics, about sin, about Jesus, and then, of course, about getting to that first arrow and trusting Jesus for salvation. Again, if you need to talk about more faith topics, don't rush through this section, but expand that toggle and do some more conversations with them. Now, when you're ready, move on to section 2, which starts with talking about arrow 2 and how to live a life that honors God. And again, there's more topics that you can talk about in that section. And then finally, you'll move on to the 3rd section where you're talking about purpose. And you'll train them, just like you're getting trained right now, you'll train them to go help the next person around the circle. So this discipleship track helps map out the conversations that you can have to help someone do these 3 things. Section 1 is about faith, section 2 is about life, section 3 is about purpose, and of course then that first section, which we're calling section 0, just to keep things simple, is a really easy way for you to get warmed up and get started. And I want you to remember this. Your job, when you're bringing someone through one of these discipleship tracks, your job is to help people discover truth one topic at a time. Your job isn't to cram the truth down their throat. So 3 things I want to encourage you to think about as a disciple maker. First, ask good questions. It's really important for you to show up and ask questions as you help them discover truth on any given topic. And number 2, listen. Don't do all of the talking. Remember, this whole process is about discovering truth. So listen to their answers. Listen to where they are. Listen to their questions. Walk with them as you are discovering truth alongside them. It's all about being shoulder to shoulder. So listen. And the 3rd thing then is let them own it. Let them own their own process. You can't pursue God for them. So encourage them to own their own pursuit of God. One more thing. God's job is to make the seed of truth grow in their hearts. You can't force them to pursue God. You can only do your part. God will do his part as you plant seeds every conversation. God's going to make that seed grow. That's what Paul talks about here in 1 Corinthians 3. He says, it's not important who does the planting or who does the watering. What's important, Paul says, is that God makes the seed grow. Remember this. As you walk with someone, one conversation at a time, you do your part. Encourage them to take ownership of their part and watch as God does his part.